us today on Purely Positive. I'm L.J. Thomas, and today we have an amazing guest by the name of Lesley Hudson. She is an inspirational speaker. She's a poet. She's an author. Anyway, I'm going to let her tell you about some of the stuff she does. First, let's start off with your books, Lesley. I know you have a book about dancing. You were doing that when I met you, I believe. Tell us about that.
Oh, and I love to dance too. Thank you, LJ. Yes, the book is titled Dancing in the Rain.
Okay.
It's an inspirational poetic journey from a breast cancer survivor's heart. And it's a book of poetry, and it's not just for breast cancer patients. It's really a book for everybody. It's something in there for my sisters. There's something in there for all walks of life. So it includes therapy that I pretty much, the writing became therapeutic for me as I was going through the journey.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before I get to the breast cancer stuff, you have another book, something about an attitude.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me about that.
Life is an Attitude. The Power of Positive Living is the title.
Okay.
I co-authored that book with some other awesome women. So I only have one chapter in that book, and it's titled Staying Calm During a Storm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, now, what kind of storm?
Any storm. I actually, in that book, I compare life storms to the categories that we have through hurricanes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that is very interesting.
It is.
Now, I'm going to jump back to breast cancer survivor.
Okay.
Okay. I know that you're a survivor, and congratulations to you on that.
Thank you. 11 years.
Good job.
11 years.
Now, what, how do I want to say this? What is it that helped you to survive?
That's a good question. Survival to me is really about a decision. I made a decision, and I tell people this all the time when I talk about going through that particular part of my life. It was a blessing because it allowed me to really grow and know who I was and have a better relationship with our Heavenly Father. So I truly believe survival is all about having faith. And faith to me is forever always intimately trusting Him and knowing that you're going to go through this.
Okay.
You're going to walk through it.
Okay. Now, because I keep up with you, I've been on your website,
Yes,
and there is a picture there with your hands open, and there's a butterfly in your hand. Tell me about that.
Oh, wow. I love butterflies.
Me too.
I see them and they come to me all the time. Many years ago, as I was probably the second year after had been diagnosed with breast cancer, I went to one of my son's games. It was beautiful, beautiful day outside. And there was this butterfly just flying all around me. And I just had my hand like this, the palm of my hand, and the butterfly landed in my hand.
Oh.
And I took a picture. And at that time, I was, asking God, I really want to help other women because my faith is strong. And I knew, I didn't ask God why. I didn't cry about the breast cancer diagnosis. I just knew that I'm going to be fine. But I know that there are some others who may not have that same mindset.
Right.
And I really wanted to do something to help other women. And that's when I came up with butterfly notes. With the butterfly landed in my hand, which is my writing hand, and really the inspiration and the gifts that He's given me will be able to help other women.
Okay. Now, I know that you call yourself a life thriver. What is that?
Yes, I call myself a Celebrate Life Thriver, and it's really living intentionally, fearlessly executing through happiness, resilience, inspiration, vigor, excellence, and restoration. It is really living life on purpose and just having fun. And
that's a lot. That was a mouthful. So I'm sure that's different for everybody, but say an average Joe on the street, how would you suggest to them to live life as a life thriver?
An average Joe on the street, I would say they need to, first of all, have the faith. Faith is the key. That is my message. And whatever they're doing, make the decision to celebrate it. I think that when we find out who we are and whose we are, then we and have that relationship with Him. It's really about your mindset and just really making a decision. So whatever I'm doing, I'm gonna celebrate life.
Okay.
Regardless of the circumstance, I'm gonna celebrate life. So not only just survive um, cancer or survive domestic violence or survive whatever it is, you want to thrive after that. You survive, you went through it, and you just thrive after it.
Okay. Okay. So I first of all have to say that I absolutely love that.
Thank you.
Okay. That is something that I'm sure a lot of people don't think about. So no doubt you talk about that in your inspirational speaking. Now, I know that you do a lot of work with cancer survival. Tell us about anything that you're working on.
Okay. There's several projects that I'm working on. One of them, the Butterfly Notes, is ready now. And Butterfly Notes is an inspirational line of products to speak to the patient's heart. The tagline for that is actually a poem. Do you have a friend or loved one that's been diagnosed with breast cancer? You may not know what to do or say because you feel you don't have all the answers. But kind words are needed during challenging times like these, and Butterfly Notes was created to lift their spirits with ease. So that's what that's for. When I was going through, and like I said, when that butterfly landed in my hand, it was really, to me, like I said, like as if God was speaking to me, and this is what you need to do. There was a lot of help that I had when I was going through cancer. But I said, you know what, let me speak and come from that place of being a survivor of going through. Let me write a card from my husband to his wife.
Oh.
Let me write a card from the child to his mom. Let me write a card from the sisters at work who is missing their coworker because she's at home. Let me speak to that, that person. So that's pretty much what that is.
Okay.
I am working on the Celebrate Life Color and Write coloring book. It's an adult coloring book and a journal combined.
Oh.
So that will be out by October 2017.
Nice. Yes. Wow. You're so busy. So busy. Is there anything else?
Yes, there's yes, I'm also working on my 501c3. And it's an organization titled My Best Friend's House. It's something I've thought about doing for a long time, and I'm really passionate about helping our women, sisters everywhere. And that pretty much is a home for breast cancer patients who are leaving after surgery from the hospital. What I envision is having the limo come and pick them up and bring them to the home, and really just being there surrounded by women who's gone through the journey. So, we go to our girlfriend's house to chill, but you'll come to my best friend's house to heal.
Wow. That is a phenomenal concept.
Thank you.
Now, I have to know. What was it that inspired you to do that?
Probably, it was some years ago. I was at Piedmont, and that's where I had my surgery, going through their program. And I met a young lady. Her name is Juanita. She's a friend of mine today. Juanita had her surgery, and I said, "Where are you going? What's happening?" She said, "Well, I'm going to South Georgia with my brother." And I was so concerned. I'm like, wow, she just had surgery. She's leaving Atlanta. She's going to South Georgia, where her brother lives. She's not going to be close by in the event something could happen.
Right.
And that's when God placed it in my spirit. I'm like, I want to do something. I want to do something. So I said, you know what? It'd be cool to have a home that women could go to if they, after they have their surgery. A lot of things are going on in your head, right? So it'd be great to go to a place where, have a place where women could go after they had their surgery, if they were going to be alone or if they were in a stressful situation at the house.
Wow.
All of that. So
see that would be, like you said, it's a place of healing.
It's a place of healing.
Yeah, because it would take a lot of that stress off.
So I wouldn't want them to worry about cooking, cleaning, doing anything. So it is a huge dream that I am really working hard to put together. And so hopefully, I don't know, beginning of 2018.
Okay,
we'll
we'll be
have
praying
them
for
all.
that. All right then. So, wow, we've touched on the inspirational speaker, we've touched on the author, and we heard the poetry. And then you have these breast cancer things going on, and you're a celebrated life thriver. I don't know. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. So, if someone wanted to get involved with some of the things that you're doing, how would they be able to do that?
Okay. I am a part of a support group, actually. If there are people listening to us right now who may have been diagnosed with breast cancer, there's so many groups and things they can attend in Atlanta. But one of the things that I'm very passionately about is the Thriving and Surviving Support Group. It's a group that meets every other month, the fourth Saturday at Piedmont Henry Hospital.
Okay.
Yes, so that's one avenue. The American Cancer Society has many things that they offer to breast cancer patients as well. But I can be reached for further information at lesleyhudson.com. So it's simply www.lesleyhudson.com. And Mocha Chocolate Mondays. If you go to
Yes.
YouTube, you can see interviews on Mocha Chocolate Mondays.
I love those.
Thank you.
I love those. It's a really relaxed girl conversation. That's what it
I don't
is.
have it with myself, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with your people that
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
interviewing,
That's
but
true.
it's. I love the concept. You know, you talk, and talking is healing. I say that all the time. So I can't. Wow, you overwhelm me all the time.
Oh.
So to get in touch with you, go to your website, lesleyhudson.com. Look you up on YouTube, Mocha Chocolate Mondays, the support groups for breast cancer survivors. Can you be reached on social media?
I can. On Facebook, it's Lesley Hudson or Lesley the Poet Hudson.
Oh, okay.
And Instagram is Lesley the Poet, I think, as well.
Okay. Wow. If you haven't read her poetry or if you have not heard her, you are in for such a treat. You really are, because that's what I fell in love with was her poetry, and that's why I asked on the show. But anyway,
Thank you.
So that being said, we're all so very busy. I want to thank you so much for joining me today on Purely Positive. And should you have anything else that you have coming up, please come back and let me know. I will so greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for watching today on Purely Positive. See you next time.